This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org. As we continue to mark 2 years since the October 7th attack on Israel, we're joined now by the Israeli peace activist Maoz Inon. He lost both of his parents, Bilha and Yakovi Inon, in the Hamas attack. His parents lived on a kibbutz, a farming collective just north of the Gaza border. They were 78 and 76 years old. Maoz Inon has spent much of the last 2 years calling for peace, working closely with the Palestinian activist Aziz Abu Sarah, whose brother died in 1990 from injuries he sustained in an Israeli prison. In May 2024, the two of them met Pope Francis at the Vatican. Last year, Maoz wrote online, "True security will only be achieved when the other side also enjoys security and stability. Morally, we cannot justify the killing of innocent people as part of the fight against terrorism. The harm to hundreds of innocent civilians is neither reasonable nor acceptable. These efforts should bring an end to the war in Gaza, return the hostages, end the occupation, achieve a political security agreement alongside reconciliation," Maoz Inon wrote, and is joining us now on Democracy Now! From Tel Aviv, I believe. Or where are you, in Benyamina?
Benyamina, in my hometown, in my home, yes.
Our condolences on the death of your parents 2 years ago. What are your thoughts today as thousands of Israelis call for a ceasefire and return of the hostages in Tel Aviv and Jerusalem?
So first, Amy, thank you for reaching out and having me today in your show, but for all your and Democracy Now! Support in me and my family for the last 2 years. It's a very, very sad day. It's a very sad day because so many lives were lost in the last 2 years. Of course, my parents, among them, they were among the first victims of the Hamas attack, but so many lives were lost. And I'm just very sad today, but I'm also, and I want to say my thanks and appreciation for all those Palestinians, Israelis, and from all over the world that are reaching out to me today and sending me amazing messages that they are thinking about me, about my parents, about their legacy, and that I'm, and those who knew my parents also saying that they are sure my parents would be very proud from the work me and my siblings are doing to end the war and to start a reconciliation and a peace process.
And Maoz, could you talk somewhat about your parents and you say it as your legacy? What do you think their thoughts would be on this 2 years of this war since the October 7th attacks?
My parents, first, I had really amazing parents, and they were supportive, they were loving, they were caring, proud of the 5 of us. I have 3 sisters and 1 young brother. And they were very much involved with the life of their grandchildren. They had 11 grandchildren, now from the age of 3 to 21. And even though they weren't young, but they were in the prime of their life, my father was working full-time as agronomist and a consultant. My mom was very creative and active artist. She was painting mandalas in her studio and teaching from young children to adults to elderly people who would come and be inspired by her art. And their legacy and my parents' legacy is combined of 2 main fundamental values and lessons they taught us. My mom was very creative and believed in the power of dreaming. She believed that we can fulfill all our dreams if we have the courage to chase them. And she gave us the courage and the ability to dream. And my father, who for 58 years was sowing wheat in the fields of the Negev. And it's very difficult to be a farmer in the Negev. And during every day, he was sharing about the devastating situation in the field. If it's because of drought, because of floods, insects, wildfire. But while he was sharing how devastating the current situation is, he would always say that next year is going to sow it again, because next year is going to be a better year, but it's up to him. He has the agency to change the future. He must learn from his mistakes. He must consult with others. He must fertile the land, get the best seeds, and sow, knowing, not with belief, not with faith, so knowing that next year, next season will be a better year. And now it's our turn to sow the seeds of peace, the seeds of reconciliation, the seeds of equality, knowing that next year and next season will be better.
Maoz Inon, we want to thank you for being with us. Award-winning Israeli peace activist lost both his parents, Bilha and Yakovi Inon, in the attack on October 7, 2023. Thanks for watching Democracy Now! On YouTube. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to make sure you never miss a video. And for more of our audience-supported journalism, go to democracynow.org, where you can download our news app, sign up for our newsletter, subscribe to the daily podcast, and so much more.